So they are friends. It's not a malicious comment. I don't know. What's your reaction to the comment?
No, I mean, the other thing he said was, they told me at the beginning of the offseason this was going to get done. And he was like, and it will get done if they just move some numbers around, which is a funny way of saying, like, if where there's a 0, they put a 4, then it's done. Like, I mean, I suppose that could be moving numbers around. I don't know. T. Higgins is now doubtful for week 1. Jamar Chase was asked. He was like, I'm a game-time decision.
You don't think he's definitely playing, Chase?
I think he's probably
He's on a
playing.
snap count.
But I just think that I don't understand why the Bengals are doing this. He's top 10 pick who has exceeded expectations, who you're not paying the other receiver because you're planning on paying him. I don't get it.
Well, but if he ends up playing, then it's just going to reinforce what they do, right?
No, to me,
Yeah,
no,
they know
because
he's
they're
not.
eventually going to pay him, and the money you pay him next offseason just be more. So even if he does eventually pay, you're not saving yourself money. You're delaying spending it, which for a team owner you wouldn't think would be the priority.
That's weird and wonderful from the National Pastimes. 2 debuts last night. 3 if you want to count Travis Kelce's haircut. Xavier Worthy and Derrick Henry. 2 touchdowns for Xavier, 1 touchdown for Henry, but only 46 yards. Brew, I did place that bet, so you do owe me $100 on Worthy.
He's so cool, calm, and collected, like all the time. Like you would never even see the excitement on him. But I mean, he goes out there and makes plays. Obviously, we want to continue to use him more and more. But I thought he had a great day today, making big plays and big moments.
Okay, Brew, what was the bigger story for you, Henry or Worthy?
This is an easy answer to me. Worthy. He won the game with his 2 touchdowns. Like, so, and also he opened everything up for Rasheed, you know, underneath, and even other players. And the big thing for the Chiefs this year was we're getting back to the explosive offense, because now we have game breaker speed. And it's not just him, it's also Hollywood Brown. But he's the key guy, because we know Brown has been like average throughout his career so far. This guy could be special. It's almost like, I mean, I'm not putting him in Tyreek's class yet, but you know what I mean? It's almost like we got that speed back. And he was, you know, made good on it. So I mean, Henry obviously was disappointing, but this is clearly it, because he won the game. He literally won the game for him.
I'm happy that he had 2 big plays, and I think that's positive. But literally nobody touched him on the run, because there was
But that's
the
because
whole
catch him.
He's so
team
fast.
was over there
his
blocking.
speed had anything to
They
do with
had
it, Coach?
angles. You had
I
several
think
Ravens had
most
angles.
wide receivers on the Chiefs could have probably scored on that play.
I vehemently
I mean, if we
disagree
show it
with that.
again,
Show that.
Show
See-
the
see how many
8,000
angles these
Kansas
guys-
City Chiefs and like 3 Ravens that are over there.
hold on.
As he walks
Well, let me
into
ask
the
you
end
this
zone.
then, Coach, 'cause I
and
know
then the
you're-
second one, it looks like he's fair catching a punt.
Well, that
He's so
was easy.
wide
So
open
let me-
that had nothing to do with his speed.
So let me just ask you this, because my answer is actually different than Bruce, but let me just ask you this. So you think it's just pure coincidence that a Chiefs team that had 4 touchdowns of 20 or more yards all last season, this guy, who also just by coincidence happens to be the fastest player in the history of the league, had 2 in his first game? You just think that anyone on the team
Like,
could have done
they
that?
had angles,
Anyone on the
Coach.
team
A lot
could
of
have
red
done
jerseys
that?
over there.
Yeah, but two Ravens had angles.
No, but what you're saying, Coach, is it's a
Well, that, of
coincidence.
course.
Come on.
So it's a
So,
coincidence.
Nick,
It's a
when
coincidence.
you see, okay, so look at this.
I'm just-
Then
Angles.
literally
I'm
the
just
whole
saying.
team
Angles.
is there. He walks into the end zone. Now this
runs.
on this pass, there's nobody within
That, of
10
course.
yards
Okay,
of him.
but again, let me just ask this
Like,
question.
who
I agree
would
with
not
that.
have made that play?
Okay, I agree with that. I happen to think it's on the board that lining up across from the fastest player ever can lead to little nerves, miscommunication. What are we doing? I think that.
What-
I think
what's
that maybe
he didn't even try to cover. He blew the cover.
Right.
I would put on the board. I might be most surprised by the Ravens' defense.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's not one of our.
Yeah.
So, Coach, are you
choices?
pessimistic about Xavier? Because I was like, I put down Xavier Worthy, Rookie of the Year candidate now. Like, moved up my board.
I think it's. I'm happy that he made the plays that he did, but I don't think that those plays were very contested. I mean, literally, there was nobody within 10 yards of him on the catch that he caught the touchdown.
Well,
for.
that one
was a mistake.
I agree.
I mean, it was
just
a blown coverage.
But the first one was all speed.
Coach thinks Noah Gray would have scored on that. That's fine. No, it's fine. Maybe 40 for the Ravens would have scored on it too.
Juju would have scored on it probably.
Okay, I disagree, but that's fine. But it doesn't matter.
There were so many guys over there blocking.
It doesn't matter because the bigger story is Derrick Henry. And everyone knows it.
Wait, I don't know.
Because I think people knew Xavier Worthy was fast.
Yeah.
And I think most people thought if he's healthy and out there, he'll be an impactful player. Maybe not.
We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
None of us thought he was going to have this huge impact.
And he had 47 receiving yards. He had the two. Listen, but Derrick Henry, I mean, I hate to say it, Wilds, but you're always on hobble watch.
I'm not. He's on a hobble watch.
On what?
No, he's on wash watch.
Hobble watch.
No, but he is on wash watch.
Wash watch.
Nick, hold on, Nick. You know that was a typical, like we said it.
No.
I was not surprised at all by the 4 yards, 3 yards, because again, that's what he's done throughout his career. Then he pops it. He's a 20, 25, carry a game guy.
Coach, I sat there
And
next
maybe
to you.
if they
Hold
gave
on.
it to him
This
like
is
that, he
Coach is
would've
going to be in a
broken.
rough spot because I sat there next to you the whole game watching that. And I know you want them to run with Derrick Henry more. That's fine. Did that to you look like vintage Derrick Henry when he had the ball?
Well, what was hard to evaluate is the formations that they were in.
Right.
That really wasn't the vintage Derrick Henry type of formations.
Okay.
And
Well,
in the 13 carries that he got,
with the long of 9.
with a long of 9, it's a little bit inconclusive.
Okay.
Touchdown run.
Picked up a first down, like short yard. He's like,
Yeah, okay, so if
Like,
that's what he
near
is,
the goal
if
line,
he's
he's
a
gonna
short
be a
yardage goal
monster.
line back for the team that needs that the least of anyone in football, great. But I was told his addition was a major difference maker for Baltimore.
Nick,
And
did
if-
you
and
anticipate
it
them
will
throwing
be.
the ball 51
It
times?
will be.
You know
Nick.
what I did anticipate, though?
51 times.
That maybe the 30-year-old running back with 1,200 carries over the last handful of years might not exactly be the thing that gets you over the top.
Does
Well, now he has
save this clip,
1,213.
save this mockery of Derrick Henry?
No.
Because it's week 1. I'm not overreacting to week 1.
It's not mockery. I just said I'm on alert. If he had 200 yards, Brew, if he had 200 yards, it would not only be week 1. So when he has
It actually
46 yards, it's just a data point. That's all.
data point.
And when Worthy catches the ball when someone's covering him, I will
What
be
if no one can ever cover him?
genuinely excited.
They're all just data points.
Well, if you just cut him free, it's going to be hard to cover.
All right,
Data
hold on.
point.
I have to just Coach made me mad, so now I have to go after one of his friends. Rodney Harrison. Hey, Rodney Harrison, I got to do this. Rodney Harrison on the pregame show. Xavier Worthy's a little skinny guy. He doesn't scare me. There's no way they are three-peating. Josh,
Wow.
for a third time, the board.
I like it,
Please.
Rodney.
Rodney
I like it,
Harrison.
Rodney.
Rodney Harrison on the board. Sorry,
Rodney
gotta do
Harrison.
it.
That sounds
Off-season
like a
bulletin
Patriot,
board.
little Patriot
Now we
hate.
go to the real
Rodney.
bulletin board.
I like Rodney.
Right there.
Of
Rodney Harrison.
I would
Of
not
the
put
Chiefs.
Rodney
I would not put
Harrison on the
Rodney
board.
Well, guess what? He's
No,
on
I
the board.
agree
I'm
with
taking
Nick.
him off the
Yeah.
board.
I agree with you, Nick.
Thank
He
you,
should
bro.
be on the board.
He's on the board. No
should be on
chance
the
at a
board.
three-peat.
That's-
He's a little skinny guy that doesn't scare
That's
anyone.
the definition of the
Sweet-
board. Why else?
Exactly.
How can he not be on the
Thank
board?
you, Brew.
Yeah.
We have no sacred cows on this show just because he's
Hater.
one of your guys. Sorry, Rodney. you're
Monday
on the
morning
board.
headlines next. Tonight with 1 catch for 2 yards, but right now, I'm gonna say catch of the year.
Really?
Well, who else is
Easily.
Likely's was close. It didn't.
I mean, likely it wasn't a catch.
Likely,
It's just an
yeah,
incomplete.
it would have been.
When he goes up in between two defenders,
He will end up, Greg Rosenthal pointed this out today, he's going to end the year leading the entire NFL in contested catch rate. It's going to be 100%. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
contract extension.
Yeah, no doubt.
Weird. Second and goal for the Ravens. So
This is fake news. I want to. This needs to be understood.
Okay, I put
Andy
that in.
called timeout and was given it by the referee up the field. Spags didn't know that and ran down to him. You notice that ref never grants a timeout.
Yes.
The other ref did.
Yeah.
And so everyone's saying, "Oh, this is illegal." Blah 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 blah. No one can call timeout but the players or Andy. Andy did, and that's who was granted it.
So what is happening here?
Spags thought it wasn't being granted and tried to go do it.
So he tried to do something.
He tried to do it, but which, by the way, there's no penalty for
There's
that.
no
They're just
penalty.
supposed to ignore it, and if they do grant it, there's still no penalty.
No,
But that's not what
penalty
happened.
for that.
Yeah.
I guess.
That was good movement. He stayed on the white line.
Yeah. Just to be clear.
Yeah, because even Collinsworth said like he didn't grant it.
Yeah.
It has to come from Big Red.
Which it did, and they just didn't show us that.
But certainly this is incriminating.
In what sense?
He
But
tried.
what do you-
He tried to do
He
it.
tried to do it, but it's against the rules, but there is no penalty.
But he knew Andy was doing this.
He
Wasn't
knew
like he
Andy
just
was
went
doing
on
it.
his
He
own.
thought the ref didn't see
Right.
Andy, so he tries to get the other ref's attention. But that's what happened. If you follow the reporters who were actually at
Good
the game,
team player,
I'm just telling you.
trying to help out.
Could
And then-
fake Andy Reid call it?
No.
Yeah,
The guy from the stands?
absolutely.